have been away for ages. Ages and ages. I remember when I finished uni, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna upload like every week, but then it got to a period of time where I was like, I really didn't feel like saying anything because I just wasn't really in the right place, and YouTube was all positivity and everyone, let's be happy, and I just really didn't at that time really want to say much. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video and say this is me now, this is my university experience, this is, you know, this is what I'm looking forward to in the future, this is what I've done now. So yeah, let go. So the first question is, why did I go to uni? Well, I'm Nigerian. But before, I mean, when I was in college, it was like the thing you had to do. Everyone that wasn't going to college or uni was kind of a lowlife in your head. Like, you're like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Like, there's no other options. And to be honest, at that point, apprenticeships were not as good as they are now, and there wasn't as many opportunities. But I went to uni because I was actually genuinely interested in my course, and I really loved geography, and I was good at it. And I didn't know that just because you're good at something or you like something doesn't mean that's your destiny or that's what you should go into. You have to think before you make that step. But I can't say I didn't think, but I didn't think like deeply for months and months and months. I just saw the course I was doing, the course that my dad would be happy with me going to uni to do, and I went. And I got into a really good university, so I was excited and happy that my parents were proud, and you know, all that jazz, all the normal things with going to uni. So I decided, after I did my applications and my things on UCAS, that I was going to go to UCL. And I was happy, got there now, and things changed. What was I studying? I studied earth science. Basically geology. Basically, a lot of the time, let's say 70% of the times, you were studying rocks. Yeah, 70% of the time. If you weren't studying rocks, the other 30, that was mainly your decision. Did I like it? Not really. And I figured that out in first year, and that's where it leads on to some of the other questions I have. But okay, so I did not like uni much because I felt like it was restrictive. With my uni, you had to be in like 5 days a week, and it was really stressful because I wasn't really that passionate about rocks, and obviously that was what the course was about, and I wasn't able to do anything else with my life that I was passionate about. Like, it would always have to be a side thing, and it was quite annoying. But somehow I was able to find things I like, and somehow through good friends in first year I was able to invest in other parts of my life. But obviously as I got through second year and third year, uni became more intense and it became harder, and I couldn't really invest in my fashion stuff, so styling took like a backseat basically. Yeah, so it took like a backseat, which was really stressful, painful, and I always used to be crying to my mother saying, I hate uni, But so that's why I took a gap year. Yeah, so now I'm going to answer the question of what was it like being dyslexic at that kind of uni. So at uni, I wasn't shocked when they obviously re-diagnosed me, because they had to do that, but it was really hard because you always had to be 2 steps in front of the class, and considering I hated the course, being 2 steps in front of the class was pretty impossible. So I relied on a lot of people to help me with my work. PhD students, students in my class, students outside of the class, and it was just really frustrating because I always felt like people made you know that they were helping you. So it was kind of annoying, and I would always have to say to myself, well, next time you'll do this work by yourself, next time. But I just couldn't, because I found the course hard because I didn't like it, and I found the course hard because I was dyslexic. And then doing exams were not easy, but I got through them. you have to work hard no matter what. But it's one of those things that now that I'm out of uni, I'm finding it hard, because obviously being a dyslexic person, they kind of train you to deal with things, but they don't. Like, they train you to deal with things within that setting. The moral of the story is you can go to a Russell Group uni and be dyslexic and do well. You just need to put in that work, and you need to make sure you're on the right course, so it's not as hard as it was for me. Yeah, so on to the next question. Yeah, so my next question is, what did you do outside of uni? Yeah, so before I answered that question, I was kind of talking about it a little bit. So I was doing some styling work. I was helping one of my best friends because she had a fashion brand called Bookie. And I was also applying for geology internships. Don't ask me why, but I did. I actually got through to the last stage of one, but I was like, no, I would rather, you know, go and style WizKid with the other woman that I was working for at the Hammersmith Apollo than, you know, go and do some geology typing data into computers kind of work. So yeah, in my first year of uni, I was working for Labyrinth Stylist and, you know, doing shoots with her, doing music videos with her, doing TV shows with her, and then I was helping my friend with her shoots, and also I was looking for my own work. And in second year, I was doing more of my own work, so I was working with Fuso DG when he didn't like Nike trainers, which is hilarious, up until like the first time he did wireless. And that was really a really amazing experience, because you got to walk around, see all the celebrities, see Will I Am, and they were just all really natural, and it was like, oh, okay, cool, really, really grounding. But yeah, so I was also working with Vince Kid on The Voice, and that was really cool as well, because you got to meet his family, you got to, you know, see where he, you know, hangs, and, you know, just help him with his fashion in general, because obviously when you're on a TV show, it's quite hard to be everywhere and do everything. Like, you have to be rehearsing all the time, and he didn't really like what the stylists on the show made him wear, so he was like, yeah, I'm happy for you to help me. Yeah, I think that there's probably more but I can't really remember now. There, so that was that. Missed opportunities. I have underneath it. This is like, seriously, if anyone is looking to go to university, make sure you pick the right course. I can't stress it enough, because for me, when I had missed opportunities, I had missed opportunities because I had essays to do and whatever. And sometimes when I used to tell people this, they'll be like, their mouths would literally be open for like 10 minutes. So one of them was when I was working for Labyrinth Stylist, she was like, oh yes, I'm gonna fly you to France so we can shoot Express Yourself, and you're gonna help me, and etc. And that was in reading week. But I was like, oh. Reading week is when UCL hand you out like truckloads of essays, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get this done. So I was like, I can't go. So I was just like, ugh, Lord Jesus. And then the worst one was when, obviously, as a geologist, you have to go away for assessments. So we were going to Cornwall for an assessment on metamorphic rocks. Aisha, Labyrinth Stylist, called me, and she was like, oh, right now we're at Drake's concert and Labyrinth supporting Drake. I was just calling you to see where you were, if you want to come down. I was like, I'm not in London. I was just like, but then it was okay. But then when I got back, because I had to make myself okay with it, but when I got back it got even worse. She was like, yeah, we were just sitting in the booth, we got to sit in the VIP booth, it was an amazing concert, Rihanna was sitting next to us, and I was just like I love my course. But like, I have had to sacrifice a lot to get that picture that I showed you in the beginning. I'm telling you, I've had to sacrifice a lot, but I just keep telling myself that God will reward me. Even now that I'm working at like working in retail and looking for jobs on the side, you know, as graduates do. I've even missed opportunities there, but with that one I just said if it wasn't for me, let it go. Another question. What am I looking forward to? I am looking forward to the rest of my life. I'm looking forward to finishing the pilot that I'm working on right now. So I'm doing costume for a show called The Grind. It's going to be really good. I'm doing the costume, so when it comes out, look for it. I have so many dreams and so many aspirations. I mean, doing costume design would be absolutely amazing. Doing that for a living and then doing all my other dreams that I have on the side would be absolutely amazing. So that is me for now. Those are my updates. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you, and hopefully I'll have another video out that will speak more about just happier things or beauty things or just life, or I will have a behind the scenes video for you guys from The Grind.